Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. It's the Ed August Astrology and Tarot Show. Hello everyone out there from the Phoenix, Arizona area. This is my Stars After Dark program, not to be confused with my Sun in the Daytime program, which is on Tuesday and Friday. As a matter of fact, there'll be another one tomorrow morning. I say tomorrow morning, it's actually be 2 o'clock Eastern, 12 noon Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. And Central is in there someplace too, I guess 1 p.m. So the moon right now just entered Taurus, within the last hour. It's in Taurus, and Taurus is a sign that's ruled by Venus. And we know that Venus is the goddess of love, And the first thing that pops into my mind is that old song from about 1960. Have you ever heard Venus in blue jeans, Mona Lisa with a ponytail? Well, anyway, so Moon is going to be in Taurus for the next 2.5 days. So it's a short trip, but a sweet one. And here's something even more amazing. Venus, the planet we're talking about, is in the last 20 minutes of the sign of Pisces. It's going to go into Aries late tonight or early tomorrow. It's trying to catch up with Mars, which is in 4 degrees Aries. And you see, when you get that Venus in Pisces and Mars in Aries, that's a kind of a torn, disconnected energy. But when you get them both in the same sign, then it's very powerful. Now, Mars is in its native sign in Aries. It's very strong in Aries. Venus is not so much strong in Aries because that's a male sign, male dominated by Mars, but Venus is going to be chasing Mars. It sounds like leap year. But anyway, Venus is going to come up on Mars for the next 4 or 5 days. And during that time, I think love could be a real adventure for a lot of us and for a lot of you out there. Venus will be in Aries for about a month. It's traveling about the same speed as the Sun, which goes 1 degree per day. And about 3 weeks into that, it's going to be going over the planet Uranus, and that could bring some real sudden exciting changes, some opportunities, some meetings. The unexpected would come up for love when Venus goes over the planet Uranus. It's very exciting. I see that there are callers. I'm thrilled at that. But there's also some people that have written in, and one of them, let me see here, Ashil, who is writing from her Juno account, and very interesting lady. I'm going to look at her chart right now. My Android is sharing 2 or 3 things on the screen at the same time, so I sometimes get a little confused. But Ashil, you're asking about both your career and your love life. Well, your love life has you're a beautiful woman with Venus in the first house in Gemini, and your moon is in the 10th house in early Aries. And you know what? You're going to be affected by the Venus and Mars thing right now. With Venus and Mars both going over your moon in Aries, this could be the time now for both looking for work and also for some romantic opportunities. The reason that that's important for work is that's the 10th house. The 10th house, your chart has to do with career matters. So with both the Venus and the Mars energy affecting the moon right now, you could make some strides in that. Any kind of public service job, anything that you do for other people, helping other people would be very strongly affected at this time in a positive way. Now, Ashil, you were born with Mars rising, not rising, descending, the opposite of rising. The rising sign is at 7 degrees Gemini. You have Mars in 5, almost 6 degrees of Sagittarius. You have Mars on the descendant. Mars on the descendant is very critical for your relationships. Ashil, I suggest that you try to find a calm and collected guy who's not a fighter, who's not overly aggressive, who's not going to fight you for dominance, and control, because I see that this is a kind of a pattern that you may have in your life because of this particular planetary placement. I'm also going to do your cards real quick and see what pops up. I feel that I'm going to try to do as much of this as I can. I think that I can promise that I can do your astrology if you write me at my website. This is each and every one of you out there. If you just call in, I think all I can do is the cards. But I love my cards. Hey, come on. And I've got the Weight Rider deck here, which I think came out about 1909 or so, with beautiful illustrations from Pamela Coleman Smith. I've studied it. Ashil, you have the sun, and you have, oh my goodness, okay, there's some bitterness and there's some feelings of change, unexpected change. It's almost like happiness is replaced with the feeling of losing out to something in a very sudden way. It could be that the Mars going through your 10th house has caused you some problems with your job or with your career. However, the third card is the Nine of Cups. It's a very happy, very satisfied card of everything positive. Everything that goes wrong with the falling tower is fixed and corrected by this time. So there's a period of time now of kind of an innocent expectation of what's going to happen. Then there's going to be a sudden change, a sudden disruption. I see this more having to do with your career than with romance. And well, if you're thinking about somebody who's in the distance, somebody who's very far away, perhaps you've emigrated, perhaps you're not there anymore, it looks like some relative or friend of yours who is perhaps thousands of miles away is going through a tough time, and you will get some news having to do about that person. You'll get some news in the next 30 to 60 days, and I think if you focus on the career and if you focus on love, I think you will do very well in the month to come. And now I'm just going to turn the page here and take a look at a person who wrote me by the name of, and Cam is in a, should I end this relationship that hasn't even begun with the man that I've been seeing for the past 4 months? Well, there's a lot between the lines there, and I can read it pretty well by looking at your chart. Cam, you have Moon conjunction Pluto. You have some very dynamic planetary combinations in your chart. You have Mars conjunction Jupiter. You want what you want when you want it. You're not the person to wait around forever for some guy to say he loves you or to take you in his arms and make love with you. You know, this is, you want that. You want to have this man not just be a person to go see a movie with, or to go to the In-N-Out Burger or place or whatever. I don't think they have those back east, but they sure have them in the Southwest. But anyway, you want a guy who's going to be your lover and who has solid plans for you. With your Moon conjunction Pluto near the top of your chart, there's no way that you're going to put up with this. And I would say, just on the basis of the astrology alone, that no, you should not stick with that relationship. But you know what? What's stopping you from communicating with him and put it to him that say, you know, this relationship doesn't seem to be going anywhere. What can we do? Right? So that's what I would do. I would put it to him. Tell him what your concerns are. I'm going to shuffle real quick here. This is for Cam. And let me see. I think she even told me where to shuffle the cards. Where was I going to do this? Near the top. She wants me to cut them near the top. So I'm thinking of Cam, Philadelphia, thinking of her relationship with this guy. Should she break it off or should she stick with it? And what do I see here? Man, oh man, this guy, I don't want to say prick or anything. I don't want to say a bad word, but he is the King of Wands. He's busy with all kinds of other stuff. You're so disappointed, Cam, you're going to get another guy, because the second card is the Five of Cups. It shows disappointment. You have had disappointment from this guy who's unable to get going in a solid, real relationship with you. The third card is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is fun, partying. It's going out. I don't know if you ever have a drink, if you ever go out at night, but, I definitely see you meeting someone new, definitely someone new in your life. You don't need this old stick in the mud that you've been seeing, okay? I hope that helps. Now that makes it possible for me to get on the phone here. And the first one I'm going to pick is the one who's been holding the longest. And they're calling from 917, which I believe is New York City. Hello. Hi, 917.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight? Hello.
I'm doing fine. Hi.
Good.
I have
Well,
a
so glad. I'm
question.
so glad you're calling in. And what's your first name?
My first name is Anna.
Anna. Great, Anna.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And you know, I have, I think, 5 callers. I can't spend too much time. Tell me what your situation is and what you need to know.
Well, I want to know if I should use the dentist that I have right now, that I go to, which is going to take a little bit longer, or should I find another one? Which one is, fastest and...
Okay, tell me something. The one that you use right now, is there an appointment problem? Can he or she not see you for a period of time and you need some work done right away? Is that what it is?
Exactly. I mean, I don't need work done right away, but she is leaving for 2 weeks, and then she said that because it's in a university, it can take up to 2 months to complete the procedure.
Oh, for Pete's sake, whatever she's doing then, huh? Oh boy. Okay. Well, let me shuffle the cards, and
Yes,
I'm thinking Anna in the Big Apple, and Anna, where should I cut these cards? Should I cut them near the top, the middle?
Left.
Near the top. Okay, I'm going to cut them about a third of the way down, and see what happens here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. The card that comes up is the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords shows someone going away, actually traveling, commuting, or changing from one location to another. So I hate to get into medical things, because a medical thing is not my shtick at all. It's not like, I certainly wouldn't diagnose. I'm not going to diagnose you, but I'm just going to tell you that it looks to me from the cards that it would be better for you, and then you will be able to do everything and be smiling, because then the sun comes up. The sun by springtime. You want to get this procedure done as quickly as you can. And the Wheel of Fortune shows that the person that you find, it's going to be, who are you going to find? You know what? It's more likely to be a younger person than an older dentist. It's going to be someone, maybe they're a few years out of school or something, but it's the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is, the swords are weapons. They're like, the drills and all that stuff that dentists use, and you're going to be fine with him. You're going to be fine with him or her. I think the page, it can either be a male or a female. So it's,
So
now,
you're saying that the current doctor,
Well, you want a second opinion. The Ten of Wands comes up also, and the Ten of Wands could show that you need to speak to someone about this, because this is kind of a burden. Is this a special treatment that you need? Is this like something like a root canal?
Special treatment, yes. And this doctor is really good, but she is going to travel. Yeah, she's going to go away for 2 weeks, so it's going to postpone everything a lot.
I don't think that's good for you. I think if this has been diagnosed as something that you need to have done, then you could, why don't you call around and see, maybe Google search or something for a doctor within, this guy's got to be 10 or 20 miles away. But anyway, someone who has experience, lots of experience in that certain procedure, whatever that procedure is, and it looks from the cards that this is going to turn out okay. And if you've been worried, and you might hurt the feelings of this doctor a little bit, but then again, that's what he or she gets for going off somewhere for a month or two and not being able to service you, not being able to help you.
No, she's going to be gone for 2 weeks only.
Oh, and then I thought you said then she was going somewhere else after that.
No, she's going to be gone for 2 weeks only, and then we're going to start the procedure, and the procedure can take a little bit of time. Yeah.
Tell you what, how much do you like her service that she gives you, and how happy have you been up to now with the service that you've gotten from her?
Very good.
Very good. Well, then what this means is the Six of Swords is someone taking a trip. Okay, I thought it was going to be you taking a trip looking for a different doctor. But the Sun card and also the Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Well, pick another card on top of these cards and see what's going on here. And you have some fears, and it's hard for you to resolve this question. I'm not sure that I understand why you are feeling negative. Do you feel a little bit, are your feelings a little hurt by the fact that your favorite dentist is not going to be around for 2 weeks? Do you feel that?
No,
that,
I'm hurt because my insurance policy isn't the best. So I'm going to some place where I'm not sure if they're good. I'm kind of a little bit insecure about it. But on the other hand, I had a good experience, and she's a dentist, and she's professional. So it's like, yeah. And if I go somewhere else,
I would
might
think
be
that
faster,
this is
but
sure. I would say that you have to be the final arbiter, and don't be, using a psychic or an astrologer or something. If I was doing your astrology, I might see something in the astrology. But I'm just thinking that you could go either way with this, and I'd be fine with it. I think you could be fine with it also. But if you are stimulated to definitely get started sooner than 2 weeks, then yes, you should do it. But you know what? If you do that, it's just that this doctor, she may not be your dentist anymore after that. You see, you start in on a new dentist, you're going to be that person's dentist. I hope that helps. I wish we had more time. I wish you luck. All the best, huh?
Thank you.
All right.
I'll call again with a different question.
You're so welcome. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Anna.
Yeah, thank you. So much.
You're welcome. See, it's spinning and spinning. Okay, the buttons are working tonight. Isn't that nice when the buttons are working? Which takes us to 216. And I don't have in front of me here where the 216 area code is. It's spinning around. I think it'll come through. Come on, 216. There we are. Hello. Hi. May I ask your name and where the 216 area code is, please?
It's Sharon. It's Ohio.
Sharon in Ohio. Oh, that's great. That's great. You have a nice mellow voice tonight. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday night. And
I am, yeah.
What can I?
Relax.
Nice and relaxed. I try to get relaxed too. Well, actually, I have a cup of coffee before the show, and then I stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning. So So Sharon, what's the situation that you're calling about? What can I help you with the cards?
Well, I want to see what you see. I'm waiting for an answer from somebody, something, and I want to see if it's going to be a positive outcome.
All righty. That sounds very doable. Sharon in Ohio. Now, are you someplace near the Ohio River, or are you someplace up near Cleveland, or somewhere in between?
That's exactly Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a big state, but that's great.
This is true. I know. I'm waiting for an answer.
I don't know if I'd like to be there in February, but so you're waiting for an answer?
I know. You got it. And it has to deal with career.
Okay. And I want to cut these cards now, near the top, third of the way, half the way. Whereabouts do you see me cutting the cards?
The middle.
Okay. It just opened right there in the middle like a book, like you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, the first card is the Seven of Wands. It shows a person who is up high, like on a hill, and there's 6 wands before him or her, and sort of doesn't want the competition. Is holding off people. So this could be the employer, and it could be that they're very hassled and they have a lot of position. They have one position and several different people that want the job.
Yeah.
It could be that seem to make sense, that it's a job that and so it just will take time to work through everything that I see there. The Ace of Wands, which is a hand coming out of a cloud holding a big club. Some people think that could be a negative thing. No, I don't think so. I think that could be very powerful, very positive. The solution will come quickly because the Ace of Wands is followed by the Knight of Swords, and that shows somebody rushing in, rushing onto the scene, and making a decision. It may be that you have to wait a little bit before this man, I guess, makes a decision, because that'll be the first card showing that they've got other resumes to look at. But then the Ace of Wands gives me hope that there'll be some magnificent chances for you to be hired. And the third card, the Knight of Swords, shows a quick decision. Now then the fourth card, now you don't have really dark hair, black hair. Are you sort of like blonde or golden brown hair or something like that?
Yeah, I'm blonde. Yes, I am.
Because the Queen of Cups came, I saw that, and they say, I was like, no, I saw that because the fourth card that came up is the Queen of Cups, and it will be up to you, how you feel about this job. The Queen of Cups is looking at the cups. You're going to be looking at the benefits. You're going to be looking at the people that are around you, and you have to decide whether you want to work for them, because that's followed by the Emperor. The Emperor can be kind of a hard-ass, kind of a very difficult administrator who wants everything done in a certain way. So you have to pass muster with him, but also he has to pass muster with you. The result of this is the Ten of Cups: happiness, being able to pay your rent, the home, piece of land here, a couple of kids, happy family life. So it looks like it's going in the right direction. It really does. But I just hope that you don't run out of patience because this guy is taking so long. And then when you finally get to talk with him, you're going to go in there and feel, this guy's a real jerk. I don't know if I want to work for him or not. May I ask what kind of job it is?
Yeah, I just finished school. I just got my certification.
Uh-huh.
It's in a financial industry. I've been in it for years, but it's in a different area. I've always done the investing. This is more in the human resources, more with the people aspect of it.
Okay.
It's
so
a different
it's a little
job,
different
but
than what you're used to.
Yes. Yes.
Human resources. Well, I hope that they they like you. You got lots of paperwork and stuff to do, lots of computers, computer screens. We'll take the telephones, all that stuff. But, you have to decide. You're going to be deciding whether this is the right place or not before they do. That's what the Queen of Cups is. But the Queen of Cups is also very successful. It's going to be up to you once they hire you. I hope that works out. I really do.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Call back sometime. Okay.
Have a nice. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Good evening now. And that takes us down to the 504 area code.
Hello.
It's spinning. Hello. Hi, this is Ed. And what's your first name and where are you calling from?
Mary Lou, and I'm calling from New Orleans.
Mary Lou from New Orleans, which is a favorite town of mine. Love New Orleans energy. I love the Marie Laveau Museum, if you've ever been there. And I don't know. I'm not into voodoo, but there's something so how can I say it? There's almost something sexy about that energy, the whole voodoo scene and all that. And I hear there's some very good readers in there also. And I'm shuffling the cards already. And what is your question for tonight?
Could you look at business and love?
Business and love. Okay. I'm going to find business and love. I still am going to pick 3 cards. So business and love. And where should I cut these cards? Near the top, a third of the way down, half the way down?
In the middle.
That's what it's doing to me. It did that by itself. Business and love. Business and love. Okay. Major transformation taking place, having to do with both business and love, that you're slightly uncomfortable with, a little bit afraid of, because I get the 9 of Wands. Person's looking over their shoulder, and it's almost like they think somebody or something's catching up with them, or something. So I would say, if you're in a love relationship such as a marriage, then you're a little bit worried about where it's going right now, and that there might be some rough spots on the road ahead. If it's about, and as far as business goes, you're actually working right now, right?
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, it's not
working,
satisfying to you.
No, business isn't flowing very well.
It's not flowing. Are you self-employed, or are you working for somebody? Self-employed.
Yes.
Okay. You have competition. You know you have competition, and you know that you're afraid of things like taxes and the rent, and other stuff. If you can work out of the home, it'd be much better for you. I see that otherwise things are going to catch up with you. I see you get kind of circling the wagons a little bit. The Ace of Cups. This has got to mean that you will be successful with love, but you have to make a transition and get away from some partner or friend that you've had who's not going to be there any longer for you. I think you're going two different directions from someone who you've been with, maybe a breakup of some kind. But the Ace of Cups will bring that to you. And as far as the job goes, the Ace of Cups is telling me you need, above all, to be doing something that you really love, something that really grabs you. If is your work at home, the business that you're doing, is it something that you really enjoy doing?
Yes.
Well, then I would say that makes a lot of sense. Have you been thinking of changing your location? Have you been thinking of going from one location to another?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because the wheel of fortune comes up. The wheel of fortune is nice because the person on top ends up on the bottom, and the person on the bottom ends up on the top. And so, if you're struggling right now with some changes and some difficulties with your work, I would say let patience be your guide. No need to rush off anywhere or start something new. I think it'll come around. I think that probably the economy will actually get. A lot of people have been very depressed in the last month. A lot of people have been very gloomy about things. But I believe wholeheartedly, that a lot will come around, and that people will go back to work and go out and have more fun. And I see you in that too. I see that you're going to be happier 2 or 3 months from now than you are right now. Right now, the problem is caution. There's probably not enough. You're not able to do everything that you'd like to do right now, partly because of caution and unwillingness to just go out there and do it. That seems to be where the cards are going. I wish I could get into this more deeply, but probably I don't have time. Why don't you write me, and I'll look at your astrology chart. That might help you, and I'll do a free reading for you with that. Okay, at www.edaugusts.com, just like the month with an S on it. .com. I got a rush. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
And here we go with 90 seconds left. Oh, my goodness, I'm clicking on the last caller. It's at 858. Can I have you? Hi, can I have your name and where you're calling from?
Sure, my name is Anne, California.
Anne in California. Oh, I love California, and I wish it was there. Wish I was there, but not while it's raining cats and dogs like it has been. So I can do a real quick question.
Okay.
What do you need right now? What can I tell you?
Like a love relationship for me. A gentleman from my past, was trying to reconnect last week.
Wonderful.
So I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It will lead to something, or it was just a casual email.
I cut the cards in the middle, and the card that popped up was the devil. The devil is in the details, so the devil is also a temptation. You're receiving a very strong temptation to get back with him and to have something magnificent happen. And it's going to be a number of choices you'll have to make. There's a 7 of Cups. Golden cups offered to you from out of a cloud. You can reach it, but you're not sure. You're not exactly sure what the result is going to be. Is he intruding on another lover in your life? Do you have someone else right now?
No.
No? Then I'd do it. I would do it for you just for the sake of the fun, and the pleasure. And you may decide after 6 months with this guy, there's the lover's card. The lover's card did pop up. Hey, I'd say do it. I'd say go out with him and have a good time.
You have good intentions for me.
Go ahead and start. I'm running out of time. I just want to say the Lover's card at the very end shows that this could work out very positively for you. You could have a very good time with him. I'm not sure if it's going to be a long term, but it's going to be a very good time. So go ahead and see him. Okay, my dear, let me know what happens. Okay. Sure. And with that, we're actually out of time, and I got to play my exit music now and talk to you soon. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 12 noon Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you again.